Okay, so up till now might have come across several videos on the Israel-Palestine conflict, but in this video I'll try to brief the timeline that exists in between the Israel and Palestine with respect to their conflict which is going on right now, and बहुत सारे events होंगे that I'll be kind of not talking about because I just want to make this video as short as possible. Fine, so let's start. Okay, so this is the Israel map as we know, and this is the West Bank area, this is the Gaza we have already discussed in our map video. These are Golan Heights and everything. Fine, moving on, let's come to the timeline. So see, Jews community is one such community which have always been persecuted for several reasons. I'm not going into the history, and we're not only talking about the kind of Jews genocide that happened during the World War II by the Hitler in the Germany, but before that as well, Jews have always been persecuted time and again by different kind of empires that have annexed the areas they were living in, and Jews have always been migrated into different countries of Western Europe, Eastern Europe time and again. Fine. So let's start our timeline from 1800 around. Fine. So what happens is, see, one thing is important here is that the Jews community were persecuted because there were several rumors associated with as well. For example, the Jews people, they are kind of they eat actually children, and some sort of rumors associated with these kinds of things, superstitions things. And some says that Jews have a curse, a religious curse on them, that they will always be, till the mankind is existing, they'll always be persecuted. So these kind of rumors are there. Now, after 1800, Jews were hated due to religious regions and seen as different ethnicity group. By late 1800, Jews all over the world felt the need to have separate countries for themselves. So this need for a separate country, it was there by late 1800. Now, there was an Austro-Hungarian journalist, Theodor Herzl, and he started a political movement in his 1896 pamphlet, Zionism, which so उसने एक पॉलिटिकल मूवमेंट स्टार्ट किया 1896 में, बट इट्स नॉट द फैक्ट दैट 1896 से ही एक सेपरेट कंट्री बनने की डिमांड स्टार्ट होती है. द डिमांड वाज ऑलवेज देयर इन द कॉन्शियस ऑफ द पीपल, एंड सेग्रीगेटेड एफर्ट्स जो हैं लगाए जाते रहे हैं, आवाज़ें उठती रही. बट व्हेन थियोडोर हेज़ल ही केम अप विद अ पैम्फलेट जिसमें कि उसने जियोनिज्म के बारे में बात करी थी, एंड जियोनिज्म मीन्स व्हाट, अ सेपरेट कंट्री फॉर ज्यूज. सो हाउएवर, first large-scale migration of Jews was in 1881 into Palestine, and Jews started living there. It should be noted that Theodor Herzl, he started this political movement in 1896, but the first large-scale migration to Jews का Palestine में हुआ था, that was in 1881. And because for Jews, Jerusalem is a holy place, so they wanted to shift to a place where Jerusalem existed, and that was in Palestine. Fine. So this is the case till 1881. Till that time, this area, including present-day Israel, Palestine, West Bank, Gaza, etc., they all came under Ottoman Empire. So when for the first time Jews migrated into Palestine, it was under Ottoman Empire. In fact, the entire area, which is present-day Israel, Palestine, West Bank, Gaza, etc., they all came under Ottoman Empire, and mix of Jews, Muslims and Christians used to live there. See, this entire area, and more than that, this all, it was under Ottoman Empire. Okay, now this goes on, fine, and Muslims, Christians and Jews, they were somehow living, they were tolerating each other, because let me tell you, Ottoman Empire was kind of had a policy of toleration towards the Jews living there. Fine. Now World War I begins. Let's come to the World War from where this whole started. World War I begins in 1914, fine, and it ended in 1918. But in 1915, these Britishers, they were fighting against the Ottoman Empire. Why? Because Ottoman Empire was with the Germany, fine. That's why. So Britishers, they signed several declarations or agreements. For example, Balfour Declaration with the Jews. जिसमें कि they promised Jews that if you will support us, then we will provide you a separate state. Then they also had a correspondence, namely McMahon Hussein correspondence, which was with the Arab Revolutionary Army, which was also fighting against the Ottoman Empire. And then they signed Sykes-Picot Agreement with France, in which both these countries made an agreement that they will, if they will win, then they will divide this entire Ottoman Empire region. Fine. Now what happens? World War I के end में होता ये है कि obviously British side जीत जाती है and there was a fall of Ottoman Empire. So the Palestine वाला जो पूरा region है, including the present day Israel, Gaza Strip, West Bank and all this goes under the Britishers. So this region was under the British control for the period of 1918 to 1948. Okay, but let me tell you, in 1939, the Second World War started, fine, and we all know what kind of Jews Holocaust Hitler had come up with. So, when the World War II was going on, there was genocide of Jews, and so a huge amount of exodus of Jews was seen, and many Jews actually they migrated to other Western countries, and even some of them, and in fact most of them, migrated to this region of Palestine. And why? Because Jerusalem is there and this is their holy place. Fine. What happens when there is mass exodus of people? Nationalist movements for the separate state of Israel started, and at the same time nationalist movement for the state of Palestine also started in the region. Fine. So this is how the history is progressing with respect to Israel-Palestinian conflict. Now let's come to the period of 1947 to 48. British, because we know that British at the same time was also withdrawing from India, because after the World War II, Britishers were actually economically and if we see strategically also come out quite weak, because the World War II, obviously any war can take back the economies to 10 years back. It's fine. And USA was emerging as a superpower. So Britishers decided to withdraw from this Palestine region as well, and they gave this responsibility for the formation of state of Israel, for which the nationalist movement was going on, and the state of Palestine, for which again a nationalist movement was going on. So they gave this responsibility to who? United Nations. And United Nations को responsibility दी गई कि आप एक plan of partition बनाइए, ठीक है? So 1947 में UN partition plan came up, जिसको resolution 18 भी बोला जाता है, जिसमें कि ये decide किया गया था कि 55% जो area है वो Jews के पास जाएगा, 45% area Arabs के पास जाएगा, और जेरूसलम जो होगा ये international control के अंदर होगा, because it is disputed territory. It has holy places for Muslims, Christians and Jews as well. Okay, that's why Jerusalem was kept as for the disputed territory for the international control. But let me make it very clear that today Israel is claiming it as its capital, and USA under Trump also supported it. However, the international community do not recognize it as its capital. Now, what happens afterwards? Israel accepted this plan, fine, and formed the state of Israel, but the Arab countries, the Arab nations didn't accept it, and so this leads us to the first Arab-Israeli war. In 1948, Israel won this war, and not only Israel won this war, Gaza Strip, fine, it went to the Egypt control, because according to the UN partition plan, this Gaza Strip has to come under the state of Palestine, but this went under the control of Egypt, West Bank to the Jordan. So basically the Palestinians are left with nothing, because Gaza Strip is also gone and the West Bank is also from Egypt. Okay, but while all this was going on till the period of 1948 to 1967, in 1964, before this incident, in 1964, PLO was formed. PLO is Palestine Liberation Organization, and the aim was the liberation of Palestine, that means the state formation of Palestine. But initially, US and Israel and their allies, they termed it as a terrorist organization. Fine. However, after this Arab-Israel war and everything, many of the efforts were also by the PLO. So in 1974, PLO was recognized by the United Nations as a representative of the Palestinian people. Okay, in 1979 peace talks were there between Israel and Egypt. Egypt, in fact, became the first Arab country to recognize Israel as a country. Fine, because of which its prime minister was also assassinated later on. And because of these peace talks in 1979, Sinai Peninsula was returned by Israel to the Egypt, which it has annexed when during the Arab-Israel war. Fine. So, moving on now, after all these things, fine, in 1987 Hamas group was formed, because Hamas group was of the view that this PLO could not work for the Palestinian people, or cannot get any sort of incentives or any sort of benefits for the formation of Palestine as an state. So Hamas group was a militant organization, and it was an extremist group which was formed in 1987. Let me tell you, this Gaza Strip right now, fine, with which Israel is going on for this airstrikes and everything, this is controlled by Hamas. Now, in 1992, Israel officially recognized PLO and vice versa. Israel recognized PLO, and PLO recognized Israel as a country. And as a result of that, 1993 में ओस्लो रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं, ओस्लो अकॉर्ड्स होते हैं, ठीक है. But what happens after these Oslo Accords and everything? In fact, by some of the extremist group or some leader of the extremist group, Israeli prime minister was assassinated, was killed. Fine. So because of which the entire purpose of the Oslo Accords was diluted. Fine. So in between all these things and after all these things, there was a battle of Gaza in 2007, which divided the Palestinian into two groups. Because let me tell you, there is one group, that is Hamas group, which is an extremist group. They also want Palestinian state. And there is PLO, which also wants Palestinian state, but not with an armed struggle. So clearly there are two factions, and in between these two factions there was a battle of Gaza. Fine. And Palestine was divided into two. Gaza Strip goes to Hamas, and West Bank पे आज भी जो गवर्नमेंट है वो फतह और PLO की है, ठीक है. तो दिस वाज द हिस्ट्री. अब 2007 के बाद से लेकर 2020 तक भी बहुत टाइम पे जो है कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स इजराइल और पैलेस्टीन के बीच में होते रहते हैं, ठीक है. टाइम एंड अगेन होते रहते हैं, कभी कुछ बड़े हो जाते हैं, एंड इजराइल जो है बॉम्बार्डिंग करता है पैलेस्टीनियन की. बट अल्टीमेटली हु आर द सफरर्स? एक्चुअली द सिविलियन पॉपुलेशन आर द सफरर्स. एंड नाउ इन द कंटेम्प्रेरी टाइम पीरियड इन 2021 वी ऑल नो व्हाट इज़ द इशू बिहाइंड द अल अस्का मॉस्क इशू. क्या रहा है, हाउ द थिंग्स आर गोइंग ऑन, हाउ द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हैव अराइजन, एंड हाउ इज इट एस्केलेटिंग. I have already done a video on what is the stand of India. India wants immediate de-escalation of the tensions between the two, and I think I have tried to make this timeline as short as possible so as to revise it in just fractions of second. So yeah, one thing is more there, and that is that this is the present situation of Palestine. So this was actually before the Jewish settlements, before the formation of Israel as a state. These white areas depict the Jewish settlements. Later on, as the year passes, fine, this was the partition plan of US, where this green area was given to the Palestine and white to the Israel, but obviously it was not followed. And with the years passing on, now what is the present condition is this Gaza Strip is with the Hamas, and few segregated patches of land are with the PLO, and that is the Fatah group, ठीक है, representing the Palestinian people here. But saying so, let me tell you that even in Israel, Palestinian people live as a minority. Fine. So this is the thing with the Israel and Palestinian issue. I hope it's clear to you. Thank you.